tell me about this Optigrow range.
Okay, so this is a new range that we've brought out. It's a range of 20 different varieties of seeds. The difference with these compared to everything else that we do is that the seeds are primed. So they're treated. Now the priming's done purely through air and water.
Right.
So it's literally, for want of better expression, they're treated in a big industrial tumble dryer. It's all about the right amount of air and the right amount of water. The seeds are brought to the point where they're about to germinate, and then they dried again. Obviously, they'll go into packets at that point. They've got a 2-year shelf life, and then once customers buy the seeds and plant them, they're at the point where they'll germinate much quicker. So
once
it's quicker.
the packet's opened, though, then the 2 years goes. It's only if it's unopened.
But basically, there's only 20 varieties in the range at the moment.
How have you chosen those 20?
They're varieties that we're confident will have a 2-year shelf life after they've been treated.
Primarily F1s? And some old favourites?
A mix. There's a number of F1s, but there's some old favourites as well. So like I said, there's 20 different varieties. I think longer term, we'd obviously like it to be more, and we'd like to increase the range and sort of introduce as many varieties as we can using the same technique. At the moment, we're only confident to put our name to these 20 varieties.
Let's have a look at the sort of things you've got. So quite a lot of F1s at the top.
Yeah.
Throughout.
So you see, there's
so what sort of price premium does the purchaser, the gardener, what price premium do they pay, or do they just get fewer seeds?
Very, very minimal at the moment. I mean, in essence, there should be a premium on them. It's actually a bit of a marketing exercise for us at the moment to see whether this sort of thing's got whether it's something that'll take off and whether it's something that the general public buy into.
Is this based on seed that have been produced for commercial production?
No, this is aimed at the hobby garden.
It is for the hobby garden. So it's not a spin-off from commercial horticulture. It's something aimed at the hobby garden.
Obviously, with seed priming for commercial gardeners, you don't need the 2-year shelf life after, and that's the big difference with this range, and that's why there's only 20 varieties at the moment.
So if you take a look at something like carrots, which I know a lot of gardeners have trouble with, do you believe that they're going to be more successful?
Successful in
terms of better germination, quicker germination?
Certainly quicker germination.
Quicker is important with carrots because
the
usually the weeds are a week ahead of the carrots. Yeah. So that could be a benefit. I can see that there.
I think the quicker germination is the big selling point of this range. Because of the way that they're treated. Obviously, when the seeds are planted, they're already at that point where they're about to germinate. So they'll go into the ground, and what might ordinarily take 2 to 3 weeks to germinate will germinate in sometimes in hours. But certainly you're cutting down in days and weeks in most cases.
Excellent.